leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back.
What's good? Big shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure you click like, share. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A-side, A-side, A-side. A-side official, no negotiation needed. Period. Shout out to the first in the building. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. The OG on deck. What it do, Bruce? Salute to your brother for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that's on deck, I give it a little bit more time. We're going to talk about the notabilia. You know what I'm saying? Just who stood out. You know what I'm saying? The weigh-in review. You know what I'm saying? What did you take from it? More so, I did 2 thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to talk primarily about the one that's going down in Frisco. You know what I'm saying? In the Bay Area. The main event is going to be Regis Prograis, the WBC super lightweight champion, defending his title against Devin Haney, the challenger, formerly undisputed at the lightweight division. You know what I'm saying? This is, the energy is picked up. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's going down tomorrow, December 9th. At the Chase Center, and it has a pretty decent card to it. It has a pretty decent card. If I'm comparing cards, I like it, but you know what I'm saying, it's Top Rank still to me, you know what I'm saying, edges it out just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But just to go over the card once again. All right? Let's just go over the card once again. Just so people can have an understanding of what the fight card is looking like. You know what I'm saying? And give you an idea of what to expect tomorrow. So let me bring this up. The screenshot. No particular order. We already know who the main event is. But that's the card right there for all of you that's tuned in. You have the main event, which is Regis Prograis against Devin Haney. Then you also have on the undercard, you know what I'm saying, you have the Liam Paro against Montana Love for the WBO Global Super Light title. And that's for a 10-rounder. Paro is 23-0, and Montana's Love is 18-1-1. This should be a very, very good fight, man. It was so much controversy that Montana Love had attached with that performance where it seemed like he lifted his opponent out of the ring over the top rope out of frustration and was DQ'd. That's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? That definitely wasn't a good look. And, he pretty much lost the via disqualification. Love down in round 2 and DQ for throwing Sparks over the top rope. So you got to look at that, what Steven Sparks was able to do. And, he was able to take advantage of some weak points on how he attacked Montana Love in the ring, and he didn't allow him to get comfortable in there. And Love got frustrated and wanted to pick him up and make it into a wrestling match. It just wasn't a good look. So he's back against a tough opponent in Liam, and it should be good to. I mean, it should be a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. Andy Cruz, the Olympian gold medalist. Shout out to him. He's in his second fight, and he's going in there with Giovanni Straffen. And this dude has 32 fights. And he's 30 years old. A Mexican southpaw. You know what I'm saying? 32 fights. And Andy Cruz is like setting his own standard. Olympian coming in there, fighting guys with much more experience. Hey, man, Andy Cruz is 28 himself. So you have to ask yourself, well, is he doing something spectacular, or this is where he should be for his age and what he was able to accomplish in the Olympics? Because if he wouldn't have went to the Olympics, of course he would have turned professional a little bit earlier. But it's not that much of an age difference. But you have the Olympic pedigree, and also you have him as a gold standard Olympian, and making his debut, not half-stepping, not tiptoeing into the professional ranks. He came in there and fought a 10 round and won unanimous decision. I like what I'm saying for Andy Cruz, real talk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters, they come in here with the tiptoeing effect. You know what I'm saying? And they're not willing to come in here and fight like this. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a perfect example. Hold on for a second. Let me pull something up for you right quick. I'll get back to it. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. But we have, after that, we had Andy Cruz 1-0 and Giovanni Straffen 26-5-1. And that's going to be a lightweight title fight. You know what I'm saying? IBF International Light title. Of course, you had Ebony Bridges, 9-1, going up against Mayo Yoshida, 16-4. And that's for the IBF World Bantamweight Vacant title. This is a title fight. And of course, for the women, I thought they was going to change that potentially after Amanda Serrano and them fought for 12, you know what I'm saying, and 3-minute rounds, but I guess not. I guess it was a one-off for them, and that's it. But Ebony Bridges, man, has everybody talking. Of course, like she always do. But one thing I can say, outside of the aesthetics, the glamour, I mean, she's pretty tough, man. She's not scared to go in there and get bruised up and everything. She's pretty tough. And she's using what she was able to purchase, and bring the crowd to see her fight. So if you didn't see what was there, well, you need to go check out the weigh-in. And she had heads turning. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad for boxing. It's great. You know what I'm saying? It's great to see someone like, Ebony Bridges come in here and get the crowd hyped up, get people whistling and everything, and really turn up the energy. There's nothing wrong with that. You put something on here about a female these days, people get all uptight talking about, oh man, sexual harassment and you being inappropriate, but yeah, they can talk about men all day. Shout out to Ebony Bridges for representing who she is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the attraction is attraction, man. Do what you got to do to bring the ticket sales, get the sponsorships and bring up your OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But I see her beating Mayo Yoshida tomorrow. I do. I see her becoming the IBF World Bantamweight Champion. I do. Beatrice Ferreira, 3-0, going there against Destiny Jones. This is a pretty even fight on paper, of course, but when you compare the pedigree, the amateur pedigree, and you just compare, previous fights, this is a tough fight to call. A lot of people's giving Beatrice the odds favorite a bit. But, shout out to Destiny Jones, man. Look forward to seeing you going in that scrap along with Beatrice Ferreira. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be extremely interesting. So I look forward to that fight. Shamar Canal against Jose Mesa. That's on the card. And also Amari Jones against Madera. This fight right here, as far as the energies, Jones and Madera, Kalisto showed, amped up energy. Mari was matching it. You know what I'm saying? That fight right there seems like when you talking about clashing, collision course, don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? All the negative vibes you can get. You know what I'm saying? The contentions between two fighters. This is the fight. They seriously was going back and forth with each other, and that should be quite interesting tomorrow to see how that all works out. Everybody's gonna have their debate on what they feel, how the fight's gonna end, and we'll see how it plays out. But the real one, at first, I was saying, okay. I still say that. I say Ebony Bridges stole the freaking presser. Period. You know what I'm saying? She stole the presser just, she stole it just by coming out there with what she had on. But I have to give that a close, tie with the main event, because for a long time they just wasn't pinging it for me, man. I was looking for some energy, man. Like, I was looking for that lava flow. I was looking for these dudes, man, to turn up, because they've been talking so much trash all the time. And they finally did, man. They had a long stare down. I like how nobody was in between them and up there acting like, no, don't touch. No, I like that they allowed these warriors to freaking stare at one another, have a face off the way it's supposed to, and, you know what I'm saying, mean mug one another. And then, when it came time to face the front, boom, they did what they did for the frames and everything, and then they went back to talking trash more than what they was before. I like the energy at the end, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to do. Face to face. Devin didn't push Regis like he did Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? They find that man like whatever they find him. I thought it was wrong. I ain't gonna lie. That's bullshit. Because other fighters get away with pushing and they don't get fined them MFing thing. But it was no pushing and shoving. It would have been great pay-per-view if one of them would have pushed each other. You know what I'm saying? If the California State Athletic Commission would have already made an example out of Haney. I think if that example wouldn't have been made, then I think somebody would have got, it would have been some pushing and shoving and all this other stuff. But I always say some people go to California, the CSAC, and push a fighter and nothing happened. But then another fighter come out there, all of a sudden it's assault. They should be locked up. Man, get out of here with that shit, bro. Do you know how many fights have taken place on the face-off and the weigh-ins over there in that commission? How all of a sudden it's a problem? We're trying to sell tickets, man. You're trying to sell freaking tickets. But, it turned up the way it did, man. You know what I'm saying? They was trash talking each other. The same old thing, bum this, bum that. Same old trash talking, man. I get tired of hearing bum. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about fighters who fighting on the elite level. What's up with the bums? I just get tired of hearing it, bro. I just get tired of hearing it's okay for a fighter to call each other bum, but let a content creator call a fighter bum. And then they act like, oh man, we want to ban you from all freaking events. Because you're up here, you don't have respect for the fighters. But I'm saying to myself, y'all don't have respect for one another because you call each other bums all the time. You know what I'm saying? You call each other bums easily. And you just don't get the pass just because you're lacing up the gloves. You know what I'm saying? You're up here calling each other bums, and then you hear from somebody else, y'all want to tell them to get in the ring. No, you in the ring. Have a bit more courtesy for your compeer that's fighting across from you. That's all I got to say. But it's going down, man. It's going down. And this fight, the magnitude is the winner will potentially, unify, hopefully, or not. I don't know. I don't know. Hell no. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you if it's going to be automatic for them to unify. The reason I'm saying this, pay attention. The reason I'm saying this is that we seen Josh Taylor pick up the titles, and really nobody was able to get a rematch like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was able to get a rematch like that. So they was just over there waiting for Taylor to get off the belts, to be honest. So it's not automatically guaranteed there's going to be a unification, like when Jose Ramirez, picked up a belt unified, and then Josh Taylor, and then they fought each other. That's not always guaranteed like that. But let's keep our faith and fingers crossed, and see what the hell gonna happen. Not only with the results, but once the results is final and official, then we'll see how who they want to fight in the 140-pound division. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say on that. Shout out to Andrew Charles on deck. What's good with Andrew? Salute to you, brother. Today, Robeisy Ramirez, man, he's going in there against Rafael Espinosa, of course. And at the end of the day, for both weigh-ins, the weights was official for majority of everybody that was on both of these cards. Robeisy Ramirez and Espinosa is the main event. Ramirez, you already know about his decorated Olympic pedigree, 13-1 against Espinosa, who's 21-0. This is going to be a featherweight championship affair, 12-round fight for the WBA World Featherweight title. And then you have Jihad Tucker and Francisco Varane, which, is going to be one of those fights where, it's still people scratching their head. But, this may potentially be fight of the night, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot to prove in this fight. This guy's coming down from the middleweight division to fight in a lighter division. So, Jihad has what it takes to go in here and upset, this guy. It's a little funny, you know what I'm saying? For real, it's like politics or whatever. Because, this makes the third big name that he's fought, supposedly. Tough opponent for a fighter that only has, that started off like we're talking about 9 professional wins. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, eight professional wins. So he's going in there for his 11th professional win and his 12th professional fight. And they weighed in today. Everything was good. Then you have Tiger Johnson. He's going in there against Espinosa. 15-1. Tiger's 10-0. Keep your eyes peeled for that fight. That's going to be a tough fight too. That's why I said, I get a slight edge to Top Rank because they have a heavy card, and this is going to be some nice matchups on here, man. Some very, very nice matchups. You have Xander Zayas going against Jorge Fatia. Xander 17-0, Jorge Fatia 24-3, and Xander, the youngest to sign with Top Rank. He's now 17-0. I think he had like 5 to 6 fights, I believe. 5 to 6 fights in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that so I can be correct instead of incorrect. 2022. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not it. It was 2021. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he had 6 fights in 2021. You know what I'm saying? 6 fights. So yeah. They're moving him pretty quickly to try to get him into that championship slot. But yeah, he's going to be on the card also as the co-main event, I believe. And let me get back to where I was. Then you have Shushu, Bruce Carrington. He going there against Jason Sanchez. That's gonna be a pretty good fight. Tough fight between both. Shushu is 9-0, and Sanchez is 16-4. I really don't, like doing all these technical predictions, and this and that and the other, because the fight can go any way it want to go. So it makes no difference if I'm breaking down the fight or not, because my breakdown will be what it is, and then somebody else will break it down better, and then we can be wrong, period, or we can be right. But I just don't get into the breakdown thing. It's just, it can end the way it is. You have stoppages like Tony Weeks and Barroso, and you say to yourself, like, come on, bro. Richard Torres Jr., man, 7-0. He's going there against Curtis Harper. Curtis Harper is like on a 3-fight losing streak right now, but they building up, Richard Torres. They building him up. That's all I can say. They building him up. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hey, you on deck? What's good? Andrew said, I'm interested in seeing how big Haney is going to be tomorrow. Will that extra mass affect his speed? That's going to be crucial. That's a good question. That's a good question, Andrew. The reason why it is a very great question is that nobody's really been talking about that. All they've been doing is saying, okay, yeah, he's going to be quick. He don't have to drain himself, this, that, and the other. He did look good up there on the scale as far as not being sucked in, right? But, getting to your point, 5 pounds and rehydrating, up to a certain, it could potentially affect his speed or whatever. But I can't see it. To be honest, I can't see it. I can't call it, because I know he was draining down to 135, and then him being such a bigger fighter in there with Lomachenko, I mean, he went all the way, to the 12th round. So my biggest question is it going to, if he is slowing down, will Regis be able to take advantage of, being that Regis is kind of like a flat-footed fighter? Will Regis be able to take advantage of if Devin Haney is a little bit slower at 140? I mean, if you're talking about his footwork being a bit slower rather than his hands, then his hands still sustaining the speed that he has, it may be transparent. His footwork slowing down a little bit, but his hands are still getting the job done. What's good with the AU? Shout out WCS Detroit. Off the record, word is PBC have no choice but to offer Bud a multi-million-dollar deal. Do you think he should accept it or go fight by fight? I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it. Peace and blessings. Samad Warren, what's good, brother? How you doing? What's good? Peace and blessings, blood. WCS salute. W Father stamp the like button and support the grind. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. One love to everyone that's in the chat. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's gonna be a very good card. Shout out to Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? That fight is going down in Florida, and the other one's going down Matchroom, going over in San Francisco. So you have two sides of boxing, two different promotions that you're able to look at tomorrow. And of course, the Ultimate Fighting Championship has a fight card going on tomorrow also. But the main events are both good, man. You know what I'm saying? The main events are both good. And like I said, keep an eye out for the Tucker-Varon fight, because, that fight has a lot attached with it that you may not know. It's a lot riding on this fight. So, yeah, keep your eye out for whoever your favorite fighter is on the card, and, stay tuned. You feel me? As far as what AU mentioned, to be honest, dear brother, no disrespect, right? You know what I'm saying? I kind of, like I tell people all the time, sometimes I go surfing, sometimes I be push kicking through this. So I can think, from where you got your information from, you know what I'm saying, why you asking this question is because those individuals or whoever you got the information from assumes, you know what I'm saying, they assume that it's going to be Bud being offered a multi-million-dollar deal which if they just signed with a new broadcast, don't believe all the hype of these people that's trying to find something to talk about. They're not at the table, AU. They're not at the table. I'm serious. They're not at the table. It doesn't matter how many so-called recruits are going around here trying to be a part of the Army, the PBC Army. They still are receiving 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 20, 30, 40, 66 hand information because they're not at the table. I know. I know where you got that, heard that information from. I know where you got it from, bro. And I'm telling you, all we have to do is be patient to next year and see what plays out. I'm not really getting into this, what they're going to do for Crawford and all that. You know why, brother? Because I basically, understand that people still mad on everything I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, we're talking about people who wasn't even around. I didn't see these people at the fights when I was there over at PBC. So now they feel vindicated because the wave had changed and you got a lot more people trying to jump on the wave to support PBC. I did. I just recently went out to Beverly Hills. I came out of my own pocket. I went over there for the freaking presser for the biggest fight in boxing, bro. I went over there. I really don't care what they got lined up for Crawford. He shut down their primary player, put an end to it. You can't hide no more. You know what I'm saying? No more hiding, man. I don't care what deal they give him. Crawford has been able to completely and successfully negotiate himself, right? He's been able to do that. Let me take this down. Crawford's been able to do that, right? He's been able to have success. No doubt about it. He has absolutely been able to have success. Why am I going to feel some type of way about what they plan on doing? They are under a new structured deal. They have to deal with the powers that be over there at Amazon Prime. And I don't care one iota because, look, until people start hitting me in the DM, I'm not even going to respond to cats because, look, they must be bored for Christmas, bro. There's no need for me to even talk. You know what I'm saying? People mention my name, talking about, like I said before, I can give you footage after footage after footage when I was covering PBC fights. I didn't see any of these dudes that's out there now, bro. I didn't see any of these cats. I didn't see them. Where were they? Were they at Walmart, Kmart, Food Mart, bagging groceries? Where was these dudes back then? I'm an older dude. I sit up here and I was in the trenches when I was supposed to be in the trenches. But at the end of the day, I don't care about what PBC is giving Crawford because when he was over at Top Rank, these same people was pretty much denigrating this man every chance they get. Right? Am I right or wrong? They was denigrating the man every chance they get. Then when he finally left, they was trying to attach him to Daniel Cunningham, still malice intent, maliciously traducing information that was defamatory to the two-time undisputed champ, right? Then he gets to a point where he fights Avanesian, denigrating his name in the media, right? Then he gets around to revisit the same negotiation he left because that's what negotiations are. Every negotiation is not what you want it to be initially, so that's why everyone doesn't work out. Everybody's not able to come to an agreement. So he left. He made money, got paid because that's the business of boxing, and then came back and got more of a beneficial contractual agreement than he would have at the first time around. And shout out to Rick Glaser for articulating that and breaking that down on who was actually the financiers of that freaking fight. You know what I'm saying? And he broke that down so eloquently. You know what I'm saying? He put it out there that Showtime, they financed the fight with the promises. You know what I'm saying? Showtime financed that fight with people making promises. They promised. They was over there making promises that Spence would do this, Spence would do that. You know, they sit up there and beg and plead and say, hey, you know, this is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? This is what we be afterward. You know, Spencer's gonna go in here and get it done. We have all the faith in him in the world, this, that, and the other, knowing damn well that Crawford only made it a reality, right? To basically just give Showtime the blatant confirmation they needed to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because when I hear people talk about now Crawford over there at PBC, and that's a good thing, it's the only thing. Because he has a contract. And the same people that was over there mispronouncing how many championship divisions he had, it's the same people that's kissing his ass, yeah. They kissing his ass, yeah. They kissing his ass, boy, because you know what they was trying to do. And 2-division champion, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They was up there trying to treat that man like he was a C-side. The C-side, D-side, E-side. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at it like this. I always must refresh their memory. When I was over there covering PBC fights, I didn't see none of these dudes. So I'm thankful to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That I was able to maneuver and get classics. You know what I'm saying? Be able to cover individuals like what I had with Deontay Wilder when he was reigning defending champion. They don't have that. They don't have it, shawty. That's why they mad. They don't have the catalog, the vintage shit that I got when they was at Food Mart, Kmart, and Walmart packing groceries. Not only that, this is the crazy part about this new wave of freaking crusaders, these recruits who's walking around trying to advocate for PBC. Check this out. How long did they know that Errol Spence Jr. was out there doing what he was doing? They knew for a while, right? Check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna give you a good point of reference. How long did they know that he was going through what he was going through? Plenty of years, right? Several years. They knew, because it's not what WCS is saying. It's what played out in front of the camera. When he was out there intoxicated, inebriated, whatever, ate it you want, he wasn't dedicated to keeping himself the right way in the sport. You know, intoxicated, inebriated, you know, the suffix, yeah, you know, it can rhyme and all that, but the results are different. They knew for a long time that the man was out there having trouble. Why nobody couldn't get him help? Why nobody couldn't stop him? Now, allegedly, I heard, you know, with the DWI, that was help. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that help had to be reimbursed, but at least he was able to just get out of that without, you know, having to go to trial and this, that, and the other, so he can get back in the ring, right? And it's crazy because this wasn't a two vehicle accident. This was a one. But when I listen to these crusaders, right, I say to myself, what could you have done better, you and everybody else? What could y'all have done better to prevent this situation from happening? Feeling the way you do against, you know, about Bud Crawford, having to go through all the desperate measures to basically smear this man's name. What could you all have done better to prevent Spence from being in a position he was in 12 days after he fought Sean Porter? What could you all have done better? That's my biggest question. I can see everybody rah, ha, he, you know, talking and mention Scotty's name. I get it. But listen to me. When I was out in Beverly Hills, I didn't see y'all there. I didn't see you. I still went out there, even though they was trying to run me off. They was trying to finesse me out my spot, you know. But I got the content. I'm not a rookie. I'm not a tyro to this. I got the content I wanted to get. But look, not only did I get the content right, I was able to see one of my favorite fighters and Bud Crawford be in the moment and then go in the ring and seize the moment. Clap it up, people. Clap it up. Clap it up. See, I see all these new faces that finally getting the opportunity to walk to the door and, do what I've already done. I've already been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still got the hunger to do it, but I didn't see you all when I was in the trenches. I didn't see y'all. I just now that y'all take an opportunity, y'all trying to do what I already did. And it's not the same. Because I'm not going to tell you why it's not the same. Because I don't want you trying to overstep or do anything that you're not capable of doing. But when it comes down to those of you that's bored in December, and you're all of a sudden trying to bring up old stuff, just remember this. Of everything that y'all was saying about Crawford prior to him leaving Top Rank, and signing with Showtime to make that fight with Spence, seeing the results as they played themselves out July 29th, and then consolidating fake, fabricated, false, defamatory information with no factual details. No factual details. You know what I'm saying? No evidence to substantiate all the rumors that you was trying to, all the false accusations you was trying to levy against Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to change July 29th. Now, for anybody who wants to say Crawford did everything that you thought he would do, but check this out, though. That's a lie. And I don't care to try to sit up here and debate anybody about it, because it's frivolous at the end of the day. It's foolish to sit up here and try to act like I didn't win. I won. My fighter won. I won, bro. My fighter won. All the trash talking people still upset. I'm not going to be so easily to put you in a freaking thumbnail. I'm not going to be able so easily and accessible to do that. I don't care if you put my name out there and call me by my government name. That's what I used to do when I was doing videos back in the day when y'all was sitting up here at Walmart packing groceries. I've been there already. It don't matter how many people or how many numbers that you think validate that. This YTC will never validate who I am in person, bro. But what I can tell you is that I'm still gloating. I'm still gloating at the fact that Crawford went in there and became 2-time undisputed. I'm still gloating about it. And there's nothing that can be done this month. There's nothing that's going to be done January. I haven't heard anything for supposedly the fight date in February. It's nothing. Listen to me, those of you that's out there, the ones who are up here continuing to hold a vendetta and bring up my name because you're bored during December. Listen to me. Listen. Nothing that you will say before and nothing you are saying now. It don't matter if you are trying to convince yourself or what you said to be true. The results are the results. It don't matter if it was before snack, during snack, after the SmackDown happened July 29th. The fact is that y'all ran this man's name. And when you co-sign, let's just say I have people around me, and those people have been known to do what? Be unsavory, malefactors. You know what I'm saying? People that can't be trusted. If you had those people that you was co-signing over there that was making up all these false accusations about Crawford, and you didn't correct them, that means you're wrong too. You're just like them. If you didn't correct them, but yet you want to get on there and talk about what you said was true and all that. No, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And you know the power that Crawford had? He had so much power to the point where you had the naysayers and his critics out here wearing snack shirts. Listen, that's how much the power they had, bro. You know, look, they want to feel some type of way about July 29th and they can't change it. And then they'll go in detail about how many people tuned into my channel. It doesn't matter because my channel doesn't dictate my character. My channel doesn't give you a clear picture to say, you know what? This is the documentation that we retrieve and this is who we know him to be. No, you don't find that from my YouTube channel. But what I can tell you, I have a DD214 that when I did go in, you know, at 17 years old, my DD214 told me that I did successful service of 20 years and honorable. The YTC don't have anything to do with that because a lot of my service time when I was in, we didn't have social media. Let's be clear. We didn't have social media now. I loved it. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I came up in the era where there was no social media. I loved it. I just loved it. So I don't know how to pretty much explain this to these new school cats, these individuals that believe that the YTC is making them into a multi-dollar-naire. You know what I'm saying? It's making them into a multi-dollar-naire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, listen to me. Listen to me. You have to continue to understand that you're getting old. That's to all of you. So it doesn't matter what you're trying to say about WCS and this Crawford situation. That's over. That's done. You was wrong. A lot of y'all just didn't understand the repercussions that was going to happen for Bud beating Spence. I mean, it was devastating, y'all. It was more so like a tsunami rolled in here. And when the tsunami was rolling in, I was surfing at the peak of the tsunami. They say, damn, look at that. How that black, you don't see too many people surfing. It's the lower waves. How can he surf a tsunami in here? I was surfing the top of that bitch, the peak of the tsunami. I was goddamn surfing that muff side to side and shit. I had my little dog on it. You know, he was like, man, let's do this, man. I've never been able to surf over a whole city of boxing fans. And then knowing that so much water is inbound that it's going to wash away all the tears that I saw below. Look, I'm trying to do the honorable thing, bro. I haven't even been talking about this. And just the sheer absence of me not talking about Crawford Spence as much as I could. People are bored and they want to bring back old information and try to make it seem like, okay, let me screenshot WCS. Let me talk about it. Listen, my brother, I got what I wanted. You got what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much you was able to witness a fighter that you didn't support, beat the fighter of a organization that you support highly. You got what you wanted. You got the pain, you got the suffering, and you got the anguish. You got all three of them. You got a trifecta of misery. That's what you wanted. Don't say it's personal with me. This shit ain't personal. I don't have no beef with you. But you know who you are. I sat there and saw you live. You know what I'm saying? I saw you live. I'm not going to entertain it. I'll speak on it a little bit without mentioning your name. But brother, come on, do something else with yourself, bro. You can't change July 29th. That shit is over and done with. It's over. I am still gloating in the victory. Real talk, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that Spence came out of there freaking healthy. Really, he showed that dog nation's mentality. He showed that he got mad heart. He kept getting up with the pain that he was going through, right? And the embarrassment he was going through. He kept on getting up. I gotta respect the man for that shit. I'm not saying he didn't demonstrate it before, but he ain't never been in there with nobody by the name of Terrence Bud Crawford. That's where I'm at with it. He never been in there with nobody by the name Terrence Bud. So therefore, when he kept getting off the canvas, showing his heart, you know what I'm saying, showing his intestinal fortitude, his courage, you know, you don't have no other way but to respect, dude. You know what I'm saying? This is a tough fighter right here. But Bud was just on levels, not level, not singular, plural. He was levels. You know what I'm saying? He was levels above Errol Spence. And that what seems to be the issue. Like, you're not going to be able to change it. You know, look, even though we're going to be in the 2024, it's not going to change the fact on what happened in 2023, y'all. It don't matter if you put my name in the thumbnail or not. I say what I say about the deal. Big deal. You know why? Because one championship, the MMA, you forgot to basically break down, if you being nosy. You have to break down why I said it was no big deal, because one championship, MMA promotion is already over there. Japanese promotion is already over there at Amazon Prime. What's the big deal? What was the big deal? I thought we were supposed to be sick. The only way I'm going to get sick is that I manually make myself sick. I got to stick my finger in my mouth after I finish eating and make myself. I mean, come on. One championship is already signed with Amazon Prime, bro. So for PBC to be attached as a second, okay, cool. It's nothing special about that. Y'all are not at the table. You're not at the table. You're not basically brokering any deals. The only thing you're doing is being a recruit. You're being a private, okay? You're being a private out here. Letting your voice be heard for an organization that you support. Okay, kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you. But what does that got to do with me, though? That don't have anything to do with World Combat Sports. Like, what do I have to do with it? I don't have shit to do with that. If you want to continue to say it's not a big deal and I'm hating and this, you didn't tell the people the correct replay that I said in my words. It's not a big deal because one championship is already over. Like, if you would cover MMA and other collective sports of pugilism, then you would know that that's why I said it's not such a huge announcement, because one championship is already over there. Maybe you was thinking about, I was saying a one championship is a single championship. No, that's a promotion. So for you to put me in a thumbnail and say, hey, you know, I was up there saying what I was saying about PBC is not a big deal, I would encourage you to do this. Why don't you make it a big deal? Why don't you make it a big deal? That's all. Why don't you make it a big deal? Now that it's official, right? And freaking Rick Glaser was right. He broke that down about Showtime and everything. He said, you know, he pretty much put it out there. Showtime was on the out. They're gone. If it's anybody who prognosticated the downfall and demise of Showtime continuing that relationship that they had with PBC, it was him. He pretty much put it out there. It came to fruition. It's done and over. Why are you still mentioning the man's name? It makes no sense. It's done. It's over. We're heading into a whole nother year where they have signed an official deal with Amazon. I commend them for that. I say it didn't matter to me because I'm not getting nothing from it. I just want to know the fight schedule. So it doesn't make any sense to put my name in a thumbnail. And I look at the people in the chat and I'm like, when you sit up here and say somebody is this, that, and the other, you have to understand something. Look around at the company that you're in right now. And then you say that again in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all just be typing and pressing enter, and y'all don't really read what y'all be putting in that in that chat. It don't make sense, but yeah, that's my stance, and I'm still smiling on the fact that, you know, Spence, he don't have any titles over there. You're busy over here talking about the new Amazon deal when you should be talking about who's next in line. You should be talking about the next rematch. I mean, the rematch is supposed to be coming up. Can you, and you know who you are, I don't need to mention your name, because I don't want you to think I got any beef with you, even though you put me in your thumbnail. I don't feel no type of way about it. Real talk, I'm in the Christian spirit. But brother, let me remind you of this. Why can't you let the public know when Bud Crawford and Errol Spence is fighting next? If y'all can just get Martell to understand the level that I'm on, and matter of fact, if you get the stray, his stray pup, D-Town, ask them this, right? I just asked them. He's over there talking about everything he said that'll be right about Crawford signing a PBC deal, which he cannot substantiate at all. He can't do it. But yet it's the business of boxing. Why aren't you capable of telling the general public when Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence next fight is? You know everything about, oh, I said this was right. I said that Crawford was going to sign a multi-deal. I said he was going to do this. Where is he now? He's over there with PBC and this, that, and the other. Listen, if you can't tell us, if you can't break the news of when Crawford Spence rematch is, or if they're going to rematch, be quiet. Be quiet. Because you're making up stuff. You're fabricating things. It's old. Dude, this shit is so banal. I don't know what to do, bro. Like, you can find a bag of chips, bro. And you look on the outside, you say, man, I got a taste for them barbecue chips. But if they've been sitting over there for a while and you crack them motherfuckers out and take a bite and they stale, bro, just because you add water to them is not going to freaking get them back to the texture they was before. That shit you talking about is old effing news. You brothers cannot bring any information, but yet you want to talk about PBC all the time. You can't bring us any new information. Your sources is dead in the water. Real talk. You don't have none. Dude, if you want to impress anybody, because I don't want you to impress me. You don't have to do anything. But you over there talking about beef and all this shit. And I'm like, I haven't had you on my mind. I haven't been conversing, discussing any topics. But bro, Martell, do me a favor, bro. Do me a favor. You over there talking about what you said was right, the business. Isn't the rematch part of business? Isn't it in the contract, right? So if it's in the contract and you know so much about PBC and you're the ultimate crusader, okay, screen record what I'm asking you now and present that information to the general public. If you can't give the Crawford supporters any updated information, stop making up rumors. Stop just going on here rambling on. That shit is garrulous. It means absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? It means absolutely nothing, bro. Because you are pretty much trying to describe what you consider the layered format. You want to continue to try to talk to people as if you know how the structured deal went. You don't know nothing about how to structure deal. You know why? Because there's not a video out there that you was up there telling us when the news was going to break about Amazon. You wasn't up there trying to tell us breaking news on who the PBC was going to sign for with a network. You was up there guessing just like everybody else. So to all you recruits that's out here, right? I know you're trying to work your way up the chain of command, but do me a favor. Y'all have to be patient. Y'all have to stop flooding the airways with this garbage, man. If you want to talk about, oh, he did everything I did. He signed with PBC. If you If you're trying to come over the top and say, yeah, that's just what I was putting out there, tell us per the contract, which is boxing business, when the rematch is going to be. Tell us the date. Don't wait till it's announced. You're acting like you're sitting with people. You up here that your energy, you act like your energy, the connection, the business of boxing. You know you're connected to people. You're not connected to anyone except your shadow, bro. Leave my name alone. I'm not speaking about you in the holiday, but bro, if you can't come up with the Crawford Spence and tell us updated information, well, you're just like every one of us out here in YTC. You can't get the information, bro. You can't get the information. You can't get the information because you don't know the information. You don't know the people to retrieve the information from. So you can go on here all the time and talk about the business of this, the business of that. All you do is making people dizzy. That's all you're doing. You're just making people dizzy, bro. I'm not going to put you on a thumbnail. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas holiday coming up. You're bored. Bro, go find something to do, man. Go do an interview with something. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody to do an interview with, bro, so you can talk about some shit that's so stale, bro. Like, look, at the end of the day, you want to be braggadocious about Crawford going to PBC in hindsight. And you want to make it seem like you prognosticated all of it. We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it. All that stuff with them people making them false accusations, it didn't change anything. But I'm challenging you, if you want to prove that you are connected and you're the recruit and you're part of the crusading team, stop kissing the Donaire's ass and do it on your own like I did. I know too much, man. I see too many of y'all. A lot of you cats have been over to the Philippines. And I have nothing against the Donaire's. I don't have to have a relationship with them. But stop kissing their ass to get into the arena. Do all your homework yourself. You know, go up there, show your face. No. You can't do that because you're not really media. You're the boxing business. So therefore, in order for the business to be, you got to say, oh, quid pro quo. Can I do this for you? I knew it was a reason why they was kissing Donaire's ass, right? And then I said, oh, there it is. They're all up in the suite together. Man, you better leave me alone. I don't have no beef with you. But, bro, just because I don't talk about you on an everyday basis, it's not important. But I got mine based off the time I put in. Look, that's forever mine. YouTube can shut down today. I'm still going to have all my shit. I'm going to have all my shit for myself. I'm going to have all my pictures. Y'all can't take that away. All my vids, all that shit. I'm going to have everything. Y'all can't take that. But listen to me, brother. Don't waste your time if you're willing to kiss another person's ass just to get inside. That's not business. Or is it? Or is it? Is it business? That you have to kiss somebody else behind just to get tickets to get into the venue? No, I never did that because as media, I had credentials. That's what I did. I had credentials. I didn't kiss no ass to get there. That's why I'm not favorable. Like, I don't give anybody the indication that the AK is a part of me. Nobody. No, you're not going to get that. Nobody tells you. No. The AK is never me, bro. But to see that many brothers kissing up to get into the arena is just disgusting. You couldn't have enough intestinal fortitude. I mean, not intestinal fortitude. First of all, just deal with the character aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get it on your own. You couldn't get approved for credentials. It's the business. Anybody that's putting in this much work for PBC got to know somebody. I'm talking about not a fighter, a manager. We're talking about somebody who's actually on the chain of command. You know what I'm saying? You don't know any of the Watsons? You talk about Al Heyman so much, but Al Heyman know not of who you be. So therefore, you need to start working on that relationship. I don't see you with any pictures with the legend himself, Floyd Money Mayweather. Can you build that connection? Because let me tell you something. When I see people, once again, especially my people, that's not able to build up the ladder to climb to the next ladder off the strength of their own labor, sweat, and hard work, it's disturbing. Because see, a lot of times people say black people are willing to want to get the hookup. You know how they used to say, oh, they want to get the hookup. You know, brother, you're pretty old. You know how they used to say black people, they want to get the hookup. They want to get the hookup. Hook me up. Hook me up. Instead of putting in the effort, the time, you know what I'm saying? Instead of putting on that sweat etiquette, they say the brother want to ask for the hookup. Hey man, hook me up, hook me up. And I kind of get that hookup vibe when all y'all was in there off the back of the legend himself. Y'all wanna go off the back. And y'all have to go on a very, you know what I'm saying, over friendly excursion just to make sure everything is done so sweet. Pucker those lips up. I never had to do that. At any given time, I can bring my credentials, man, forever in a day. I can bring my credentials out. And I can say, hey, I was actually inside the arena without, you know what I'm saying, without puckering up. Bro, leave my name out your mouth. I mean, just because I don't speak on it, bro, I'm not thinking about you. But if you're gonna look, remember this. If you're gonna be about the business of boxing, show us that you can get some information from inside. You talking so much about Al Heyman and you don't know him. Do you even have any of the Watson brothers' number? Do you have even Sam Watson? Do you know any other entities that work at PBC that you're crusading for to get you a credential approval? I'm pretty sure the lady over there, Kelly, can get you in. You don't know Kelly? Man, come on, bro. She was ripping off the plastic with Errol Spence, you know, like she was all brand new. You don't know her. You can't go over there and get that shit. Come on, man. Come on. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season, bro. Why would you bring my name up? Like, bro, you don't know anybody over there besides name dropping, clout chasing Al Heyman, who actually got it off the strength of his own work, his own sacrifice. You have to stop name dropping Al Heyman if you can't get us the news ahead of time. How can y'all be over here, PBC, without knowing someone who's willing to give you the information before everybody else gets it? If Michael Benson, Keith Idec, Mike Carpenter gets the information before you, I'm saying to myself, well, we on the same level of the YTC then. We just up here talking about a sport that we like, and that's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? You're speaking about everything about Crawford. You have came a legitimate, I'm talking about a legitimate official fan of Bud Crawford. And the facade is that you want to continue to speak on if you have basically orchestrated his travels over to the PBC. Stop it. Stop it. You didn't orchestrate anything because you don't even know when the rematch is going to be, brother. You don't know when the rematch is going to be, man. You don't know the information. You don't have the answers, just like Kanye told Sway. You don't have the answers. Stop acting like you got the answers to this. We need to know. Look, if you're connected with Premier Boxing Champions and they are connected to you and they're willing to provide you with information that nobody else has, then guess what? When are they planning on unveiling the secret squirrel? When are they going to unveil? When is the official date? Why can't they make you brother, why can't they make you the black man on the YTC that gets all the PBC information? Why can't they make you, man? Come on, man. I can't continue to drop these jewels without getting a super chat. Oh, my bad. My bad. I can't get that anymore. But I'm still on here. And then you're still talking like you have everything you need. That's what I say all the time about these pro Spence channels. They have everything that you believe that they want, but yet they're unhappy. They're going to continue to be unhappy as long as that box rec says TKO round 9. You know what I'm saying? That box rec says TKO. 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 July 29th, that box rec says TKO. And if you look below that, it has all the titles that was on the line. From the WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO that's still in possession. Or is it? Or is it? We don't know. I'm waiting for answers from the PBC. When is the next title coming up? One of them has already been stolen in a heist. Okay, we already know one has already been stolen in a heist, right? So, since you're so concerned and speak Al Heyman's name all the time, what else is going to happen to Terrence Bud Crawford? Who's next? When are they going to force him to come off the WBO? You know what I'm saying? When are they going to force him to come off the WBC? Are you talking with any of the sanctioning bodies? Do you have any communication with them over there at PBC? Or are you just going to continue to drop Al Heyman's name? There's no need for you to mention any other content creator on here just for clout when you cannot receive any information. The only source that you have is the people that you're kissing up to. Yeah, that's where you get the information. And even them, they can't tell you everything you need. Why? Because you're not breaking it to us out here on the YTC. You're not. You're not, bro. I mean, how long are you contractually to be in that puckering fest? How long is that contract signed for? You're always talking about, Crawford signed a multi-fight deal. What type of part of your life that you had to sell in order to believe that if it's a big fight coming up, you're going to start kissing up and requesting people to come sit on your panel and tell everybody, hey, everybody, oh, we have a special guest. I want to remind you they did so much for us. You know what I'm saying? I was able to sit. And why couldn't you do it on your own? Once again, you have somebody else helping out the blacks. You know what I'm saying? You talk so heavily about a black man at PBC, but you a black man yourself, and you can't even get into the arena on your own. You got to kiss the donaires and let them get you in there. You got to make sure you was in good standing so you can go up to the suite. I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be good. I appreciate everything you done for me. I'll be good. Yes, I will. I do's no wrongs. You just keep on doing what you're doing. I keep on standing in both of my knees and showing you I appreciate what she does for me. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Why they do it to themselves, Blunts? Why do they do it to themselves? For real. I'm not even thinking about this guy. You know what I'm saying? And he does a live stream about me today. I'm saying, dang, it's December 8th, bro. Find something to do. You find something to do, man. Come on. Them kissing ass is deplorable. Deplorable, Carlos. This is just deplorable. Why can't you get it off your own? Get it off the sweat and sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work to get in here. What are you trying to be? You trying to be a business person? Okay, if business, you know, the boxing business, what progress have you got? What connections? You know what I'm saying? What network have you been able to establish as in the business to get you inside the doors of these big fights? Because if you have to go a indirect route to the third party, fourth, fifth, sixth, and have them, you know what I'm saying, get you where you need to be, and you don't feel no type of way about that? No, because a lot of y'all don't have no standards, man. They just willing to get it however you get it. You know what I'm saying? Just want to get it however you get it, man. I got it. That kissing on just floored me. I'm just saying, man, that's how they do it, man. Like, why would you mention my name? I mean, it's December. Christmas is you know, several moons away. We supposed to be in the holiday spirit. And you're talking about a live stream I did way back when, because I said the deal with Amazon Prime is no big deal. It's not. It's already a combat entity over there. What's so big about PBC doing a deal with Amazon? They already has a combat sport entity over there. So what schedule? Why are you hyping it up? Why would you do a live stream? Obviously, you're struggling, scraping the barrel for content. So my only thing to you is, if you believe in New Year's resolutions, try to be the source of the freaking information that we look for, and drop some information to us that no one else has. If you want to talk about black this, black that, if Mr. Al Heyman, who you don't have connection with, try to find some other executives that's willing to communicate with you on a regular basis so you don't have to go to the donaires. You know what I'm saying? Just leave them alone and do your own homework, brother, because right now you're seeming like a beggar. You're seeming like a beggar. It giving me panhandle, you know what I'm saying? It give me a little panhandling vibes. You know what I'm saying? It takes me back to the old days when people used to hitchhike with the thumb out. Hey, me. Good. I don't have no money, but look, I just need you to take me 3 states, just 3 states over, man. I don't have nothing to offer. You know, what I can do, I can clean your mats of your car. I can goddamn clean, wash your whole car, your windows and everything. You know, I can do all of that, man. Wash the dirt off your tires. You know what I'm saying? Clean out your trunk. But I don't have nothing on me. I'm just saying, let it go, bro. Let it go. 913 on deck. What's good? Dan on deck, I see you. But I'm not gonna speak too much on. I think I've done enough. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Nobody didn't drop it in my DMs because they didn't think it was important. I just happened to see it out there, and I just thought it was pitiful because we supposed to be in the holiday spirit. But yet this person is freaking screenshotting a live that I did that didn't have anything to do with him. You know what I'm saying? It has something to do with me talking about the deal with Amazon Prime. So that just goes to show you, if you're talking about people that has hate in their heart, you have hate in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you're screenshotting something I did about investigation to see what a network is for freaking PBC. And once again, that was content that was speaking about an organization that you're not a part of. You're not doing business over there that's effective enough for anybody to talk about. You don't have fighters in your stable, in your lineup. You don't have paperwork or documentations to produce the fighters that you have that's attached to the PBC. You don't. You can't. You don't have it. You don't have it. You ain't got it. So I'm just wondering how long are you gonna ride the cape of Al Heyman, bro? Before he get pissed and say, bro, can I get that dude's number? He gonna call you up and say, hey, I understand you're trying to do a good deed and everything. I mean, you're trying to, show your loyalty, but bro, I don't need it. No, Al. He gonna start bawling, wiping his tears while D-Town gonna be up there with a box of cleaning. It's gonna be okay. Cause the bubble duty geeky boogie bongy gingy. Mickey Mouse and Buzz Bunny was relatives. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We should let Crawford go because we can't change that, really. WCS was right. We can't change that. But if we keep talking about it, we're just going to stress ourselves out and get some great hair. You hear? You know what I'm saying? Don't cry too much. Don't cry too much. Okay? I'm here for you, brother. I'm glad you accepted all the malarkey that I was talking about because I don't know nothing about boxing. But when it comes to Terry Crawford, I can sit up here and say anything I want. You know what I'm saying? I can sound like the most ebony country bumpkin you ever heard talk of sport of boxing. I can tell you anything you want to hear. And to this day, I know Crawford cheated. Crawford cheated. Crawford cheated. And see, my friend right here that I'm wiping his tears, he done put in the hardest work. He done let y'all know. And when all the evidence come up, that box rec is going to change and they're going to strip Crawford of that titles. Now, if I ain't ever told the truth, and when I told the truth to you and everybody else to get a clue, I did what I had to do. I'm an honorable recruit. My mentor, my idol, is him right here. So whenever y'all hear me speak D-Town Botham, who disappeared, I know WCS gonna say I disappeared. Yes, I disappeared from over there because I was talking all that smack, and then I lost. And then I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of dignity. I lost a lot of integrity. You know what I'm saying? I'm still hurt from it, but I'm continuing to make videos on Bud Crawford because I feel, like that's the only way for me to relieve my pain. No, don't cry no more. Don't cry no more. I'm here for you. Get that tissue right there. Yeah, get that tissue. Let me wipe them tears. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Don't cry. You want me to get you ice pack? You want me to get you ice pack? I get you ice pack. You want me to get you some ramen noodle? I got the shrimp flavor. Dude, if I ever want to get a drink and listen to somebody talk some BS on boxing, boy, I can always depend on Delta Tango. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, Crawford, man, hey. Crawford, everything that my boy say he did. I totally agree, 1,000%. 1,000% he did what they do. The snack, that ain't no way that's regular, that ain't no regular snack right there. That's just something different. That snack is different. That snack is different right there. That snack is different. I tell you, that's not the regular snack. You know what I'm saying? He got something else in there. Just like they said, Victor Conte, give him a different snack. But decent. Let me ask you this. What about what happened July 29th? Can you explain to the people, what's your thoughts? See, now I told y'all he cheated. I don't know what he cheated with. It just sounds good me blaming him that he cheated because it's no way. I never seen no fighter look like that. I never seen him beat no fighter up like that. Look back at all his fight. You're never going to see no fighter look like Spence did. That's not natural. D-Town, let D-Town tell you. That fight not natural, is it? My tell, is it? Tell him it ain't. Come on, man, we own to something. We just have to speak enough and put a lot more lies out here, and then hopefully they put an investigation and the fight be overturned and Spence will be undisputed at welterweight division. That's what we have to do. Man, don't listen to that. Don't listen to it, bro. I got a screenshot of this dude that was talking mad crazy. And he can't be found right now. He was commenting on my videos. This dude can't be found right now. Since the results was what it was, man. Shout out to Nelly, man. What's good, bro? Salute, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what is going on with this dude? They still talking about Bud, man. Bud. Look, if your partner is talking about him signing with PBC, but you still on here talking about information or events that happened prior to him even facing David Avanesian, something is wrong with you. If you're up here talking about when he started taking snack and trying to convince people that he had to take snack to beat Sean Porter, and then from Sean Porter, he went in there snack athlete to beat Avanesian. Y'all ain't never seen him knock somebody out that cold. And then, look, in those two fights, right, we didn't hear nothing about no snack. So they was up here BSing the people, period. So then he goes in here and beat up the same fighter that they was bragging about being the eye collector and the real collector. Crawford beats him up, and all of a sudden they want to come up with a narrative that snack was not just any supplement. It was induced with an enhancement that violates the substance abuse policies in boxing per the voluntary anti-doping agency. Hey man, if y'all see them, tell them to stop. You know, don't do that till they Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what as I do. Those of you that's been over here, I haven't mentioned their name in a long time. But today, I guess he was bored. Things ain't working out over there. I mean, like, you have more people tuned into your live than mine. You know what I'm saying? But I got the hottest chat in the game, the MFing game. You're not happy? Y'all just stay over there and be happy. Y'all not happy. You're still talking about Crawford. And the wildest part about all the information that you're trying to get, and you all kissing behind to get into the memorial service, it just all makes me smile. You know what I'm saying? You all was there front and center. I can hear detail. You know, I would have known he gonna beat Errol Spence up like that. I wouldn't even showed up. I never would have thought about this. Everything I was saying about Crawford, I still believe to this day. But I never would have came this fight right here. I'm going to spend my money to come out here and see this front hand. I never would have asked for a ticket. Because if he was going to cheat like this, and I see it played out in front of my eyes, this is something I can't deal with. He going to cheat like that. Why am I supporting boxing? The Nevada State Athletic Commission couldn't figure this out. I had to see it for myself. My friend had to be seated, and he's up here crying. He's locking eyes with him back there, another YouTuber. Time he knocked down in second round. How he knock him down in the second round? How? Can somebody tell me something? Can we do an investigation? Man, get out of here. Get out of here, brother. But man, y'all hold it down. Be happy. You know what I'm saying? Be happy. You know what I'm saying? We should do this again. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, A-Side Official. You already know what it is. Peace. I'm out.
What you want?
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Across the spectrum and around the globe, we bring you World Combat Sports.
World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah.